The Detroit Lions require all possible assistance on the defensive side, as this unit has faced significant injuries throughout the season. Sadly, making a substantial addition to enhance the defense at this late stage of the season is almost unfeasible for Detroit. Nonetheless, there is a player the Lions should monitor in the upcoming weeks. That player is Miami Dolphins defensive lineman Calais Campbell, who has recently stated that the Dolphins might release him if they are out of playoff contention, allowing him to join a playoff team. Whether Calais Campbell will finish the season here is uncertain, wrote Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald. He will be here at least as long as they remain in playoff contention. If the Dolphins are eliminated, releasing him to join a contender is still an option. Although the Dolphins have not yet been eliminated, they are very close. The AFC East has been secure for weeks, and the 6-8 Dolphins are 2 games behind the final playoff spot as they enter Week 16. In short, it's only a matter of time. If Campbell is released, Marissa Myers of TWSN forecasts that he will join the Lions. Adding Campbell would provide the Lions with a skilled player to strengthen their depth, ensuring that the defensive line does not hinder their progress. This Lions team has the capability to reach the Super Bowl, but they cannot let this opportunity pass, which is why they must sign Campbell if he becomes available. At 38 years old, Campbell has continued to perform well this season, notching 4 sacks, 32 pressures, and 10 tackles for loss. He also brings versatility with his ability to play both inside and outside. While Campbell would be an ideal addition for the Lions, a team that has lost 3/4 of its starting defensive line, he must go through waivers first. The issue is that numerous playoff-bound teams will be interested in Campbell, and the Lions will be near the bottom of the waiver wire priority list. The likelihood of the 6-time Pro Bowler reaching Detroit is low, but it is worth hoping for. Dan Campbell believes the Detroit Lions possess the right blend of coaches and players to handle the challenges that have arisen in the past week. On Wednesday, the coach spoke to the team during their morning meeting, outlining the expectations for how the team will react, following their first loss in 3 months to the Buffalo Bills and the loss of additional defensive starters. Detroit's record has fallen to 12-2 this season, and nearly 24 players have been placed on injured reserve after the losses of Aleem McNeil, Carlton Davis, and Khalil Dorsey. Let me state this first. Losing players is always challenging. The immediate impact everyone notices is the loss of the player's contributions on the field. However, it means much more to us. It holds greater significance for his coaches and teammates. They contribute far more than just running around and attempting to make plays. What they add to the locker room, the enjoyment shared, and the connections formed with those individuals are invaluable. So, when we lose a player like Aleem McNeil, who is integral to our team, as well as David Montgomery, Khalil Dorsey, and Carlton Davis, it stings. It truly hurts, and it's tough to see players like that go. Nonetheless, we still have an opportunity ahead, and I've communicated this to those players, including anyone who has been injured, from Aiden Hutchinson to John Kaminsky, and all of them. We cannot let this be for nothing. The injuries these players have endured, as all of our players give their all, must not be in vain. All those athletes contributed to getting us to where we are now. The last 4 were key in achieving 12 wins, and we owe it to them to see this through, which is how I perceive it. This also creates a chance for other players. When you win 11 in a row and then lose, it can feel like everything is falling apart. Unfortunately, we won't be able to win 11 in a row again this season. It's simply not feasible. What occurs is that you grow accustomed to enjoying the best. I mean, it was satisfactory and provided all you needed. At times, you need to experience a setback to truly appreciate your current position, and we will do just that. We are left with a bitter feeling. We faced a tough defeat recently. We lost a few key players, and you know what? This is precisely what we required. This is exactly what we needed. Therefore, we are going to recover. We will respond. We have players poised to seize incredible opportunities here, and we will adapt our gameplay in any manner required to secure a victory. We still have a strong offense. We possess a number of defensive players. I could name them right now. We will put the best 11 on the field, we will unleash our potential, we will utilize our special teams, and I have no issue with winning by just 1 point for the remainder of the season. That's our plan, and I will embrace it. If we finish the game with 50 yards of total offense and win by 1, You will see a wide smile on my face, I assure you. We will find a way to make it happen. I approach it directly, Campbell stated, and I present them with the facts. This is our current situation, this is how we are perceived at the moment. And look, no one writes our narrative, man. We're the ones who create our own narrative. We hold the pen, and there is still a lot of football ahead, and I believe we are eager for this, to be honest with you. The Lions fell behind early in the 48-42 defeat against Buffalo. The Bills established a 14-point lead due to early offensive struggles by Detroit and continued to exploit the Lions' defense as contributors were lost. Buffalo ended with 559 total yards of offense, with no turnovers and just one punt. Detroit tried to mount a comeback, but it fell short because of insufficient stops. There's the loss aspect and then there's the injury aspect, so everything becomes more intense, Campbell said. So it is essential to address both, and that's what we did. And one is, we acknowledged it. We got hit hard and we need to get back up and return to work, repositioning ourselves to be ready for the next game and understanding what occurred. Campbell then reiterated his confidence in the defense and the healthy contributors who are still available. He went on to list the remaining contributors, such as Jack Campbell and the safety pair of Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph, as reasons they will not falter. The other is to maintain confidence in the presence of highly skilled players on defense, Campbell stated. Furthermore, we have competent coaches, and we can adapt our playstyle as necessary in terms of defense, offense, and special teams to continue winning games. In addition to losing 3 defensive players, running back David Montgomery sustained a knee injury that will keep him out indefinitely, possibly for the entire season. Running backs coach Scotty Montgomery reiterated Campbell's thoughts on how they will fill the gap left by David Montgomery with Jahmyr Gibbs, Craig Reynolds, Jermar Jefferson, and Sione Vakey. Our head football coach has emphasized grit since I arrived, and this opportunity highlights our identity, said Scotty Montgomery. When I returned to the building on Monday morning, I observed that no one was downcast. We understand what we need to accomplish. We know the approach to take, and we are determined to complete our narrative. Quarterback Jared Goff remarked that Campbell and the coaching staff are the best at inspiring players, and this week following a loss has been no exception. Campbell's messaging to the team has remained steady since he became the coach in 2021, and the reality has ultimately aligned with his predictions of an improvement, making it simpler for players to trust his message due to the validation of his words. It's relative, right? Goff commented, because adversity 2 years ago differs from the adversity we face now. Seeing him stand firm during the 1-6 start of 2022 and the 3-13 record in that first year makes his words resonate even more now that we're 12-2 facing our first loss in the past 12 weeks. So, if this is our current adversity, we will be okay.